We're here at Namm on the Spl booth. Herman's going to show us the Paseq, which is this glorious looking passive equalizer over here. So how does this differ from previous equalizers that you've made?
The Paseq is a revamp of a Paseq that we did like 12 years ago. And it was, and still is, the mightiest passive equalizer you can have. It has over 144 frequencies to select. So it is, from the concept here, being a passive equalizer, it is actually just 2 EQs, because each side is one single equalizer. That's how a passive actually works. Every frequency is being dialed in with a special coil resistor combination. But the whole filter works as an entity, right? So that's why we have this kind of planetary look to it, with the sun in the center and the planets around, but it's pretty straightforward. Low is down here, mid is in the center, and the high frequencies are up here. And this section is the cut, and this section is the boost.
Yeah, and I think you've extended the range quite a lot over the previous equalizer, haven't you?
Yeah, we did a few things that we changed, that mastering engineers who have the previous model actually always wanted to have. So this is now, we fulfilled their wish list, so to speak. And one thing is that we introduced 2 airband frequencies, so we're going up to 35 kilohertz. Now that doesn't, for non-mastering people, that means I don't hear this.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I don't need this. But for mastering people, it is like the sonic effect is like as if you are lifting the ceiling by a few meters up. And it's a thing that it's hard to explain. It's not like a frequency more that you hear. It's like an opening. That's why they call it airband, because it does this ceiling lifting thing. And once you hear that, you don't not want to hear it. You want to keep it like this.
Okay.
The other thing is that we had was in the mid-frequency cut range, where we previously was the lowest frequency was 1K, which was too high. Now it's 200 hertz with 5 steps in between to go down there. The thing is, with a passive equalizer, you need to make coils, fabricate coils to match this frequency. And there are not many coil makers on the planet left. So to find companies that actually commit to something like this is difficult and expensive. And in the past, we used components and combined components in a series of parallel design so that we get the new value by combining them. But obviously, this makes the signal path even bigger. More components, and more components does not necessarily make a better sound. So we thought the next step to improve the Paseq in this new version is that we boil it down and make all single coils for each filter separately. Right? So this is basically a Paseq EQ on steroids.
Yeah. And I guess the price is also a Paseq on steroids.
Yes.
I mean, it does sound like a very expensive thing to build, but it's a lovely piece of kit. So what's it going to cost?
It's about $5,000.
I thought it would be more. I thought it would be more.
Yeah, no, it's $5,000. It is. That's what we can make it for, and it's all switches, all intended ports. So there is also recall capability now. Oh, there's one feature. Yeah, this is probably quite interesting. We call this auto bypass. And we have this on all of our mastering equipment, also on the DMC. That means that it's not you pushing the button for in and out. It's the Paseq that does it for you. And there is an interval control that sets the time period in which it shall switch. Because what it's a psychological thing. The minute you worked on something and it took you quite a time to get to a result, and you start to A/B it, there is a subjective thing that when you press it, you think it's better.
Okay.
We all have that. So by using auto bypass, you only hear a relay click, but you don't see that the lights go off. They stay on, right? So there's no indication if you're looking to your version or the original. And that's actually kind of interesting, I would put it. because I fell into this trap myself,
Yeah.
right? Everybody did, honestly. But it makes yourself like revising what your decision-making process looks like, and I think it leads to better results at the end of the day because it's more objective,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing to put in there, and as you say, very valid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Herman. That's great.
Welcome.